Everybody, Billy from Billy's Bike Adventures, day 3 of my Scotland tour, or the west coast of Scotland. And I've just left my host for the second night, last night, and Mr. Whiskey M8, thank you very much for hosting me. You've been a gracious host, and really nice of you to invite me to stay with you whilst I was up in Scotland. And it was great riding with you yesterday. Great to get some local knowledge and get to see some sights that I might not ordinarily have seen. So thanks for your time, Mr. Whiskey, and Mrs. Whiskey, thank you. Had a really good time. So today I am just heading to, well, I'm in Gurch now at the moment, and I'm catching the ferry to Dunoon. Excuse my Scottish accent there. And then I am taking, I'm going to be taking in today the Kintyre 66, so 66 miles around the peninsula of the Kintyre. So really looking forward to that. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully it's going to stay this way, and we're going to get some cracking sights. So looks like there's a ferry that is just docking in just now for me, so good timing. So that'll be about 25 minutes on that ferry across to Dunoon, and then I've got to ride across over the top of Dunoon and into catch another ferry to Tarbet, and hopefully that's going to get me there in enough time to do both ferries, the Kintyre 66, which I'm really looking forward to, and get back in time, the 2 ferries again, to go to my place of stay tonight, which is the Premier Inn tonight, before I head back to Cambridge tomorrow. So stay tuned, and we'll see how this all goes. Right, here we go. Now the ride over to the next ferry is going to be very spirited. It's a really nice ride. Did it yesterday. Just doing it in reverse today. So looking forward to it. Lots of single track roads, good visibility. Great visibility on this this route that I'm going to do now over to the next ferry. Highly recommend it, because it's you can be quite spirited in places. So that's the ferry port. So that comes in just north of Dunoon. So this will be my route back later on tonight. It's nice and cool at the moment. It's going to warm up again today, so it's a bit different to the morning that we had yesterday morning, where we had some rain, or some heavy rain. Today is beautiful. Roads are already dry, and there's no low cloud, so the visibility today is going to be absolutely brilliant. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really good day. So I'll catch up with you again shortly. Just left Tarbet off the ferry. We've only got 35 miles to Campbelltown. Now, I believe the first 10 miles or so is not that picturesque, but after that it really starts to impress. So I'll switch off for now, and I'll come back on and come back to you when it gets a bit more picturesque. Beautiful. Well, that's the west coast of the Mull of Kintyre done. I'm now heading just across to Campbelltown, which is on the southeast corner of the Mull of Kintyre. So pretty much the west coast is, I mean, it's beautiful, really nice. Roads like this pretty much, where you can see way into the distance, like this one. Look at this, all the way down there, look. Nice. Looks like a cracking camper van, that. Oh, I love this road. Look at it, beautiful for overtaking. This is pretty much what it's like all the way. See the road for way ahead of you. Oh, it's pretty special, isn't it? That view in the background. Lucky to see it on such a good day today. Well, it's been a really good trip, this has. Really enjoyed it. Like I said, I was meant to do this about 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago now, and unfortunately I rolled my ankle. So at the time, thunderstorms and heavy rain in Scotland, and rain around the rest of the country was forecast on the weekend that I was supposed to be coming up, and beyond the Wednesday when I was supposed to leave, it was going to rain every day. So I suppose everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that everything does happen for a reason, and the reason I rolled my ankle was so that I could come up here on a beautiful trip to Scotland and see in all its glory, in good weather, everything that it's got to offer. And it really is quite spectacular. Some of the sights I've seen is, yeah, I'll never forget them. Very impressive. Definitely a place I'll be bringing the family back to. Planning on getting a camper van at some stage in the next 12 months, or less than that now probably. So we are planning a few trips. Ideally we'd like to get to Europe as well at some stage, but with COVID we are definitely going to be doing staycations as well, and Scotland will be one of those. Right, I'm going to pull over in a minute and just check my back wheel, check the bolts on the back wheel, because I've had some tinkling on the bike down there a couple of times, so much so I've been a little bit concerned about it. So when there's a safe place to pull over, I am going to check the back wheel just to make sure all the wheel nuts are still on. Yeah, it sounds like stones have been hitting the centre stand or the bars or something, and making a clanking, tinkling sound. I kind of want to rule out the fact that it might be something that is rather important to the bike, like a back wheel. I'm going to stop in a minute and just give it a check over. Now, I heard the same thing, or a bit of rattling, a couple of days ago. Didn't hear much of it yesterday, so I just put it down to something that was not important. but I've had two significant clatters or tinkles on the bike down by the engine somewhere. There's no lights on my TFT display, so there's nothing that the engine management system is warning me about. I suspect it's just stones. Well, I'm hoping that's what it is. In fact, yeah, I think that's exactly what it is, because there's some loose stones on this road that's been laid and re-gravelled with loose gravel, and that's exactly what it's sounding like. So I don't think I've got anything to worry about. Hate these loose gravel roads. But what I will do, I will pull over and just check in a moment, just to make sure. Better to be safe than sorry. Ideally somewhere where I can have a pee in the country as well without anybody seeing me, because I am a busting to go. That's quite spectacular view, isn't it? Some blue skies starting to show, making the views even more impressive. Kintyre gin experience. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? That is beautiful. Look at that. How serene is that? Just stunning. Picture time. Well, it was good to have done another trip. I've not really travelled much this summer. Did the Welsh trip a while ago. A few videos online if you're interested in seeing those. That was spectacular. I mean, I lucked out again with the weather, just absolutely beautiful. And I started in South Wales and went through the spine of Wales, essentially up to Snowdonia. I mean, it was spectacular. Some of the sights I saw was amazing. On par with the Lake District, on par with Scotland. Just beautiful. So if you're interested in some sights in Wales, have a look at those Welsh videos. Really good. Scotland's delivered something really good for me, so really happy to have done the Scotland trip. So, but that's all I've done this summer really. It's been pretty quiet. I started a new job a few months ago, so that's pretty much taking up most of my time at the moment, but glad to have been able to get out and do another video for you guys and another trip. So let me know the feedback. Hope you've enjoyed the trips, this Scotland trip reviewed so far. It's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback. If you want the GPX files, let me know. I can send them to you. So I should be back in plenty of time now for the Tarbert ferry, top of the hour. I'm not going to make the 2 o'clock one, obviously, the 1 o'clock one, because it's 1 o'clock now. But I want to be back in time. I want to be back at the ferry terminal for 1:30, hopefully, somewhere towards the front of the queue, to make sure I secure a place on the 2 o'clock ferry back across. And I should be able to do that with roads like this. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. That's pretty good, huh? Wow. Because I switched off and then I came through a little couple of double S twisty bends, and then this opened up into this. Lovely. So my comment of leaving the camera on, but I've only got about half an hour left on this particular camera. Hey, some bikers coming the other way. First bikers I've seen on this trip, on this day today. Haven't seen any other bikers so far today, so good to see some other riders. Majority of them, I guess, are probably doing the North Coast 500. Glad I didn't do that this year. With staycation in full swing, I would have imagined that was chock-a-block, although would have been a good week to get up there and do it with the weather. So if you've been up there this week, let me see your videos or pictures, because I would imagine on a day like today you would have got some pretty spectacular footage, pictures. No, most of my journey on the East Coast has been like this. Single track lane, with some good views. Oh, Scotland on a clear day, majestic, just beautiful. Yeah, so most of the East Coast road of the Kintyre back up from Campbelltown is like this. So a single track road, good fun. Although I just have a big dustbin lorry came through, so head on with that would have been painful. But look at this, look, absolutely stunning. You just can't get better, can you? Beautiful. Scotland on a beautiful day. Right, I've come as far north as I can now on the East Coast. I'm heading back over to the West Coast now. Back over to the main road on the West Coast. And then back to the ferry port to catch, hopefully, the 2 o'clock ferry. But I'm cutting it fine. It's 22 minutes past. I'll get there in plenty of time. It's just a case of how far back in the queue am I going to be. Route back over to the main road. So that was the east coast of the Kintyre. Now it's back on the main road back to the ferry to Tarbert. Don't know how long it's going to take me, but hopefully not too long now. I'm back on. 6 miles to go. Won't take me too long. See you on the ferry. Back in Tarbert now, just in time to get a good spot for the ferry. So gotta go down here and let's see what the queues are like for the ferry, shall we? Hopefully not too bad. Riders ahoy. Look at this, look, plenty of time, lots of time. Got a queue right at the front, love it.